What is up, guys? Welcome to Barrookie. In today's video, we're going to talk about the one-arm pull-up because I am on the road to get that one-arm pull-up. So I started by making a contraption so I can pull up in the same manner as you would with a one-arm pull-up, but by making myself lighter. So the first contraption was very good, but it had some drawbacks. It had a lot of friction to it. I decided to make a pulley system so that I can hang some weight off of me so that whenever I did a one-arm pull-up, I would be lighter because there was a counterweight that was pulling me up. Now, I started with 40 kilos as an added weight, and now we're at 25 kilos, so that's pretty awesome. Now, what was even more awesome was in the beginning we were just playing around and we're just trying to do the one-arm pull-up, and what struck me is that I could pull myself up a lot more than I could before. I could do like a scapula pull-up to begin with, and that's already one step in the right direction. It's good to see some progress, but the best way to measure progress is by having a weight that's hanging off here that you can use. And if you're doing better, if I can do my one-arm pull-up training with less and less weight, eventually I will get to the one-arm pull-up itself. So that's really the main goal. Today's training session, I started up with a warm-up of 40 kilos and tried to hit like 6 to 7 reps, which went okay. It's always a little bit difficult because you have to get the slack out of that weight. When I just started, the first time I did 40 kilos, I was like, what? I could pull myself up, but in order to have the eccentric, I had to like push myself down. And I was like, it doesn't feel right. Because everybody knows that if you're doing exercise, the eccentric is so important to build strength and to build muscle, because you're always going to be a little bit stronger in the eccentric. So if you can load that as well, you're gaining a lot in the strength department. So the first time I did 40 kilos, I was a little bit hesitant about the whole contraption because I wasn't getting any eccentric. And that was mainly because there was too much friction in the system, so that in order to get down, I really had to push myself down. But I still got a good burn in my lats from doing the concentric. And I was like thinking, the more I'm going to advance, the less weight there's going to be, so also the less friction there's going to be. So I thought that is going to be a problem that solves itself. Now it's going to be week number 4 since I've used that contraption here just once a week, and I already feel that the 25 kilos that I did in this workout were a lot harder, and even the eccentric I can control a lot more. You can really feel that you can resist and go down. I did one set of 40 kilos, that was a good warm-up. Then I did a set where I added only 32.5 kilos. So that was already a little bit more taxing, but was still manageable. And then as a working set, as 3 working sets, I did 25 kilos. So the first set, I only could do 3. I feel like if I'm starting with my good arm, which is my left, and I'm going to bang out 4, 5, 6 reps, and then I'm getting my right side, which is weaker, then maybe I can do tops 3 reps, and that's going to make the imbalance even more. So what I'm doing now is I always start with my weakest side, which is my right side, and I could only do 3, which is perfectly fine, and then I do just 3 on the other side. I could do this for 2 sets of 3, and then with my right side I could only pull myself up once. So what I did was I cheated a little bit, so I pulled myself up the second time, I assisted to get up, and then I let the eccentric go down on its own. So that way I still had a full eccentric movement of this exercise. This might be a little bit more taxing on my body, but since I'm only doing this once a week, I feel like I can recover from this no problem. So that is why I do what I do. Now, the goal forward is to keep on lowering down 5 kilos at a time until I hit a plateau. And from that plateau, what we're going to do is we're going to try micro load. That way I can use my homemade plates, which I've actually never used. There's a video on that. If you want to micro load, you can make these plates out of wood and then just put some metal on it and you're good to go. That's how the last 4 weeks have been going, and I'm very excited for the 100 pull-up. I feel the progress. I feel my lats getting stronger. I'm very excited for the weeks to come. I'm very excited for you to be there and to follow along on this journey, because if you're going to get the 100 pull-up before me, I will be very, very proud. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with a friend who really needs to learn the 100 pull-up because he has nothing else to do in his life. And I guess I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace!